All right. Is everybody ready to get started tonight? Okay. Tonight is September 26th, 2023, the Board of Health of East Long Meadow meeting. So I'm going to call the meeting to order. The Board of Health is recording. Is anyone else recording? Okay. And we are meeting tonight on a Zoom webinar pursuant to former Governor Baker's March 2020 order rescinding certain provisions of the open meeting law, which was extended by Governor Healy in March of 2023. First agenda item on our agenda tonight is to approve the minutes of our last meeting. So did everybody have a chance to look at the minutes from the July 25th meeting? Yeah. Are there any changes or additions that need to be made to those minutes? Okay. With that said, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote, Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Jobbins.
Aye.
And Rebecca Torsha.
Aye.
All right. Minutes are approved as written. Renee, thank you as always. Do we have anybody here tonight for public comment?
No one's raising their hand. We're good.
We are good. All right. Well, we will move on with that. And so the next item on our agenda tonight is a hearing about a tobacco violation from Zane Smoke Shop located at 611 North Main Street in East Long Meadow. So we're going to bring a representative from Zane's into the meeting.
Yep.
Great.
Hello. Hey, can you hear me?
We can. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Christine Johnston. I'm chair of the Board of Health. I'm going to ask my colleagues here on the call to introduce themselves as well. So Katie, I'll turn it to you.
Sure. I'm Dr. Katie Jobbins. I am the vice chair of the Board of Health, I think.
And I'm Rebecca Torsha. I'm also a member on the Board of Health.
Great. And we are calling this hearing on the tobacco violation to order. Can I have our rest of the folks on the call introduce themselves as well from the health department?
Amy Spencer, Director of Public Health for the town of East Long Meadow.
Renee Sukow, I am the administrative assistant.
And Donna, over to you.
I'm Donna Bowman. I'm the Tobacco Control Officer, Pioneer Valley Tobacco Coalition.
Thank you. And can we have you introduce yourself as well, sir?
Yes. Hi, my name is Zain Thala, and I'm the owner of Zain Smoke Shops.
Great. Do you mind spelling your name for us?
Yes, it's a Z-A-I-N, and last name is Thala, T-A-H-L-A.
Thank you so much. We just wanted to make sure we had that right. So we appreciate you joining us tonight. So at this point, we need to make a vote actually to open the hearing. So I will make the motion to open the tobacco violation hearing for Zane Smoke Shop. Can I have a second?
A second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote, Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Jobbins.
Aye.
Rebecca Torsha.
Aye.
All right. Thank you so much. Zane, if you want to introduce yourself, I know you said your name, but if you want to go ahead and just introduce yourself and your business, please.
Yes, hi. So hey, I just had a hearing last July, about last month ago. And then after that, I told you what was going on and everything. Beside that, I still got the violation for I was searching up the employees and everything, and then plus I ordered the machine for the checking IDs and everything. Like I mentioned before too, I have multiple other businesses too. Just because of the laws and everything, I've been getting out of the state, so it's been hard getting in the employees and everything. So I didn't get enough time to get the machine in for the ID checker and everything. It took a time to get in the machine, and meanwhile within the same week, I got a hearing. Within the same week, I had the city come in and I got the fine again. So I was working on it and I didn't get the chance to like do that. So I was closed down for like 7 days. My tobacco was closed down, which put down my business down to like basically I had to lock down the door basically almost. So right now it's just like now this violation is just like I can't even afford that violation as in sense of like if I can sell the tobacco for a whole month, then I will have to lock down the store for like that. So it's just like I didn't get a time at all whatsoever. I didn't have a chance to like I didn't have any time, any sort of time to get in the machine. Like I ordered the machine in, I can send in the receipt and all that stuff. Like me, like well, while I ordered the machine, it didn't arrive, and the next thing you know, I got the violation within that amount of time. So I'm just trying to say that like I need another chance, and it's just like I cannot afford the violation right now whatsoever. So it's just like I know you guys, but this is on my end is that like it's like right now the laws and everything, what's the regulations and everything going on with the state and all that, it's really tough to survive with the businesses these days right now, especially in Massachusetts. Especially being in East Long Meadow is even much more tougher because of the regulations and everything too. So personally, me now I've been trying my best not to have any type of violations or any of that. Now I have ID checker, which cost me about $1,000 for ID checker to bring it into the business. Now I got that in, like, but the thing is that like if I had that before in, like it wouldn't this would never happen. Now it's just like I didn't had enough time, so it's just like with that mean of while like I had a hearing within the same week. I got another violation, so I didn't have the time to like prepare myself for everything. So that's from my end is, and rest is up on you guys.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. So at this point, I want to turn our meeting over, our hearing over to Donna Bowman, our tobacco control inspector, to share her testimony.
Good evening, everyone. Again, Donna Bowman, Tobacco Control Officer, Pioneer Valley Tobacco Coalition. On Sunday, August 6th, 2023, at 6:40 p.m., our youth tobacco officer entered Zane's Smoke Shop located at 611 North Main Street with $20 and a cell phone. The youth asked the clerk, who is a young adult male, for a pack of Marlboro Red. The clerk did not ask the youth for an ID and proceeded to sell a pack of cigarettes to the youth. The youth left the store with a pack of Marlboro Red, their cell phone, and $7 change. Cost of the tobacco is $12.74. The youth stated that the cigarettes did ring up to $12.74, but the clerk rounded it up to $13 and gave back $7 change. Our tobacco, for those who don't know our program, our tobacco program does compliance checks, education checks, and youth compliance checks. We do go into the stores twice a year to do education checks, check for signage, go over the local regulations. We do pricing checks for the state to check on pricing minimums. All of our youth are trained through the state program. They all have permission from their parents to do the job. We are always with them at the time of sale. We usually sit out somewhere in the front of the store where we can see in the store and watch the youth actually go into and come out from the store. They go in, come directly back to the car, where if there's a sale, we bag and tag the product, count the change, and it stays in my possession until and if there is a hearing.
Thank you, Donna. Appreciate that. Zane, anything else from you?
Yeah, I just want to add in, like, it's just like right now, like I just mentioned it, like, I just had the violation and I didn't have time to prepare myself, like, order the stuff. I did order in within the next day, I can like present all the invoices and everything I ordered from Amazon. And it took like almost about like a week and a half to get in the machine for the ID checker and everything. So I didn't have time to prepare myself. Plus, the thing is that, like I mentioned before too, it's tough getting employees these days. I don't know how you guys doing with employees right now, but the thing is that it's really tough getting help these days. And plus, like when you get I hire somebody from the town East Long Meadow, and it's getting really really tough, like managing people and like training. I personally train people all the time, but it's just like like it's really hard. Like if I say anything to the employees, they're like, okay, we want to quit. And the next thing you know, we don't have anybody for working. So I'm trying personally, trying my best right now to like not let this happen now. Like since I got this machine in now too. So I don't think this is ever gonna happen again. But it's just like now it's third violation is a 30-day suspension. If I get a 30-day suspension, I will have to shut down my business because of that. And I spent like a fortune amount of money on it and like a lot of effort on building the business to just get it like, shut it down for like somebody else for like for some having some like, employee working like who doesn't care about the business whatsoever. So like I'm having a hard time with that. But like right now, like since I have the ID checker, I don't think I'm gonna have any type of these violations again. So all I'm saying is just like I deserve another chance. Like I will be willing to pay the fine, but coming to the suspension, I need another chance to like so it doesn't because I just had a 7-day suspension, and I like telling you from there like I like my business they like fell down 80%. So that's the thing. Like as I say, so if the 30 days happen, then I would have to lock down the store. Basically. That's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you very much.
If I can just add one more thing. I was in East Long Meadow this past weekend doing education pricing checks, and I did verify that Zane's did have the new system in place for checking IDs.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Donna. All right. So we've heard from Zane. Thank you so much. We've heard from Donna. At this point, we need a motion to close the hearing, and then we can discuss after we close the hearing.
I motion to close the hearing.
I second that motion.
Right. Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Jobbins?
Aye.
Rebecca Torsha?
Aye.
All right. So the hearing is now closed. So at this point, Katie, Rebecca, we have the opportunity to have a discussion. We can ask Donna if we have any questions of her. But the motion or the violation that was provided to us all from August 6th is the third violation with the state issued penalty of a $5,000 fine and a 30-day suspension of the tobacco the license to sell.
Am I allowed to clarify on the status of the second violation? Is that
Sorry?
Donna? Or
yeah, that's a question, Donna. Is that
What are you looking to clarify in the second?
No,
violation?
I was just going to bring up the status of the fine from the second violation from the meeting in August that we
late July? Yes,
or late July. Yeah.
Was that fine not paid off? I'm so sorry for interrupting. Was that fine paid off or no? Because I was out of the state, and I had my business partner and he was out of the state as well too. So I sent in my brother to like give in the check. Have you guys received that? Or not?
According to the treasurer's office, we have not.
Oh, okay. So first thing tomorrow in the morning, I'll come in like whatever it is. I'm bringing the check tomorrow first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that. I apologize for that.
Thank you, Tammy, for the clarification. Rebecca, Katie, any questions, any discussion that you want to have? Any questions for Donna at this point?
Donna, is the fact that he rounded or the sales clerk rounded up also part of the violation too?
No, that wouldn't be part of a tobacco regulation. No.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if that was an additional thing that we had to consider.
No.
All right. If no one has any other questions, anyone have any discussion points? Otherwise, the motion that we would be looking to make is a motion to either affirm the penalty or dismiss the penalty. We can also move to take the matter under advisement for vote at a later time, but I don't see the need to, personally don't see the need to do that at this point.
Is there something in, oh.
Yeah, it looks like he's not, is he not on the, do you see him?
I don't.
Yes, he's a part of the attendees now since we closed the hearing.
Oh, so we take him out. Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Is there a way, and I just don't know enough about this, is there a way to continue Zane on probationary period with no fines? Or is it either a fine or no fine?
So the fines are state,
Mhm.
are
Right, so
state
we vote on if they violated, correct?
Yeah, so the information from Meredith, who is the who she sent us last time, that the question is, did the sale take place or did the violation of the policy take place? If a sale took place or violation, the amount of the fine is mandated by state law as well as the permit suspension. They're not negotiable, is what I understand Meredith's information to read.
So it sounds like he did violate it and we have to follow through.
And the other question I had was, Donna, you confirmed he now has this machine and that machine was not there the day that the violation occurred. How much time was it from the initial violation to when the second sale was? That's what I just didn't understand. I tried to figure this all out, and that's what I'm rereading now.
Yeah, the last sale to minor was 6/26 of 23, and then the next sale was 8/26/23. I'm not sure when the machine went in, but I did verify this weekend that the machine was there. And as far as the fines go, the state is you can't go below what the state says. You can go higher, but the state is a minimum penalty.
Okay. So there was a decent period of time there between the two violations. It wasn't like they were back-to-back days.
Just short of 2 months.
2 months.
And would you say how many? So we have 15 stores in town, right?
Correct.
It's 15. How many of them have the machines?
Only 2 that I know of.
Oh, okay.
And this may not be a matter at hand, but do we have any sort of guesstimate record of the all license holders in town? How many underage sale violations have we had in the last, I don't know, 3 to 5 years? Do you have any idea?
I could get you that information. I don't have it right in front of me, but just in this year, we've had 4.
Okay.
Total.
And those have all been, the other ones that you've had, they've been paid and not in need of a hearing.
Right. We don't need to do a hearing unless it's a second violation or above.
Yep.
Okay.
Or they ask for an appeal.
Or they ask for it.
So even though extra measures are now in place, this sounds like this is I mean, kind of black and white, it's a violation.
Right. And it's unfortunate that sometimes it takes a violation to move the needle, right? To make sure that those extra measures are put in place.
I think, and this is the reasons why the state decided to get a little more strict on the penalties regarding the violations, because, you know, a 100, 200, 300 wasn't really being effective.
Great. All right. Does anybody want to make a motion? Would you like me to make a motion? All right, I can do it. So I will make a motion to affirm the penalty with the information that we were provided, that a violation of the Act to Modernize Tobacco Control 105 CMR 665.000, selling a tobacco product to a person under the minimum legal sale age, occurred at Zane Smoke Shop, and that we are affirming the penalty set forth by the state and our own tobacco control measures in East Longmeadow.
A second.
All right. So we have a roll call vote. Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Jobbins?
Aye.
Rebecca Torsha?
Aye.
All right. So the motion has passed. So that will, Tammy, you will follow up with Zane's, as well as will you follow up with the three of us as well?
Yep, I'll send everybody a letter of the written notice affirming the motion.
Okay. All right. Donna, we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to see you. I hope we don't have to see you in this regard anytime soon again.
Thank you all. You all have a great night.
Right.
Thank you, Donna.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Tammy, thank you for the information as well. Moving on to business at hand. Tammy, I'll turn this over to you.
It is also tobacco permit renewal month. We have everyone has till Saturday to renew their permits for the year. I think is a decent portion have already renewed. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're just missing one or two.
And
is that using the new software system?
Yes, this is the new software. Do you think it's going okay, Renee?
Yeah, I love it. I'm not gonna lie.
And what about our businesses? How are they feeling about it?
I think everyone seems to be very cut and dry as far as like moving through the system is concerned. I've only had one other person reach out to me because they had a hard time like scanning their documents, and they brought them down, and so it seems to be working pretty well.
I mean, you can even just take a photograph of a document from your phone and put it up, which makes it even easier. You don't have to sit there and bring it to a scanner or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just take an image. We're not picky at the quality as long as we can read it and make sure it's real. Anyway, okay, so we've talked enough tobacco. I guess the thing that's been keeping us a little bit busy is with the arbovirus surveillance that we've been doing, and kind of trying to get little outreach, answering questions and whatnot. What's been different since the last time we met is, I think the last time we met, we had a West Nile virus positive mosquito sample pool in town. We've now had a triple E positive mosquito pool in town. As you go through the risk levels for the disease, so if you like, you'll see the state will put out these maps on the risk levels. We're still only at moderate, which we have 2 more levels up to be critical. It just means that triple E has occurred in their area in the last year, or there are some mosquitoes in their area now. And as you go up on the risk level, you kind of add on different preventative measures or actions to take. So like right now you're at repair window screens. Number 1 is repair window screens. 2, wear mosquito repellent between dusk and dawn. 3, wear long sleeves and long pants from dusk and dawn. 4, use mosquito netting on baby carriages and playpens. 5, wear mosquito repellent when outdoors, especially between dusk and dawn. And 6, avoid outdoor areas with obvious mosquito activity. So right now it's more of personal protection is kind of how we're, personal responsibility of trying to keep yourself safe. Once we get up to the higher critical, that's when we would step in. So right now I'm kind of preparing the Parks Department for if we do go up higher on the scale, to think about looking at what times we're scheduling use of parks, whether it's for sports or other activities, or canceling if we get to the critical level, canceling those activities. I have also, just based off of the positive test results, we decided to go and do additional catch basin treatments around the schools and the parks. And that's just with it's a 90-day treatment. It lasts for 90 days in the catch basins. It's BTI, which is completely safe bacteria that hinders the growth of the larvae. So hopefully that we'll see a little bit of the levels going down as the seasons, but we're expecting to start seeing some more, like with the 50-degree below nights, to see a little less activity. It doesn't mean they're going away. It's just they'll be a little slower. Hopefully we won't reach that higher critical level, but it just looks like that's how it's going in other areas. So as it's from the east side of the state moving its way over. So it's just, I think that I saw a great webinar the other day where people talked about, you get in your car, you put on your seatbelts, you go outside on a sunny day, you put on a hat or some sunblock, keeping a container of spray, by your door, or if it's a safe container in your car, just as a reminder that you're going out spraying down mosquitoes, ticks, and all that. So what we're also going to do is, since we have a new mosquito control district coordinator, we're going to start working now through like budget season and kind of identifying some more hot spots in town that we might want to add on to our treatments for the catchment basins. It's for the West Nile virus species, it's looking like it's more in dense neighborhoods. So that might be something we might look at treating the catch basins, and those are where kind of the water collects underneath the roads. So hopefully we'll be able to kind of get a better idea and get a better treatment plan for next year too, because it doesn't look like they're going away. But so far we don't have any positive cases in humans of EEE and West Nile virus in town, but that could change.
So we just need to hope for a really cold night.
Yes, and I heard the Farmer's Almanac said we're having a warm fall, so
not great for mosquitoes, great after this rainy summer.
Yeah, you have to have a multiple nights of frost in order to get rid of the mosquitoes. But just staying smart, staying away. Once the sun starts setting, about 30 minutes or so before dusk or dawn, which you can use I found a couple of different apps that can track when that is, so that it warns you to go inside or make sure you have extra layers or spray. Hopefully we won't have to deal with this once Halloween gets here. Everybody outside, and I might just go as, I don't know, a bug catcher, have a net over my head.
Long sleeve costumes.
Long sleeve costumes. Let's see what else. Okay, onto trash and recycling program updates. Liz has given me a list of all the activities. She's been very busy. The schools are back again. They're recycling and composting in the cafeterias. Most of the kids have gotten the hang of it quickly, but the high school is still struggling with process, and I guess they are trying to hire some lunchtime monitors. Liz has gone by a couple times to kind of see some areas that might be fixed, but I think there needs to be somebody there to kind of help them push along, because we've had to our compost company had to reject a bunch of loads of their trash. Let's see. Liz has also been working with the director of the library to repurpose, recycle, and gift items that have been put in the library over the years. For example, they have a lot of plant stands and old electronics and shelving. So it was great that Mrs. McGonigal reached out to us to kind of figure out where to get rid of some of those things, which in conjunction, I guess, with this is kind of good. East Longmeadow and Longmeadow are partnering up with Eversource, National Grid, Representative Ash Oliveira, and Green Junk Removal. And we're holding a huge recycling event on Saturday from 10 to 2 in the high school parking lot. She attached a flyer, and I did not bring it. But all that's up on our website. We have another Fix It clinic scheduled for November 17th from 1 to 3 at the Senior Center. The Elms Condo wrote a nice article about the great recycling resources we've created in the past few years, and that's going out to their residents. That was really nice. She is collaborating with Mass Recycle to publish a cafeteria recycling and composting handbook for other Massachusetts recycling coordinators based on what she's done over the last year. And let's see. There will be another Heart Springs Textile Challenge versus Longmeadow, parked at Town Hall on November 4th and December 2nd. And which, if we fill out the most textiles, we get a $500 check to LEAF, which is an education organization. And Liz also put out 10 boxes throughout town for old school supplies to be put into it. She had them all filled up. They were donated to Tools for Teachers, which is a nonprofit in Springfield, which is great because you think of how many people, you look through your office, all the old just binders and binder clips and everything like that. And, you know, we might not be able to use it, but the teachers can, which is fantastic. Any questions about trash recycling before I move on? So town health nurse position update. We finally started receiving applicants, which I'm super happy about. I think somebody had said, "Oh, once school goes back, we'll start receiving applicants," and they did. The only thing that we're waiting for right now, the town manager is in talks with the union because they do, in fact, believe they originally thought it was supposed to be a union position, but they do need to make it a union position, I believe. So we're just kind of waiting on that before we start doing interviews. Which would be great is to have somebody by the time we have like flu vaccine season, you know. Well, I mean, it's already here, but it would be nice to have somebody on board.
Around that too, are we gonna do flu vaccine I think I saw a flu vaccine clinic.
Oh, it's next up on my other business.
Oh, sorry, did I skip the list? Sorry. I was excited.
No, I just put it under other business. Yes. So if you go up to the website or the Facebook page, I've posted the links to do pre-registration. It's not required, but it's kind of helpful. I noticed last year a lot of people went online and they printed off the forms to bring with them so they didn't have to fill it out. So they could make the drive-through process as quick as possible. It also kind of helps Big Y figure out how many senior doses as opposed to other doses to bring to the clinics. So we're having the 2 drive-throughs. The first one's on October 10th. It's a Tuesday at the senior center from 8 to 1. And then the next day on October 11th from 1 to 6 will be at the fire department. And that'll be flu vaccine. And then on October 16th, there will be a COVID and flu clinic at the Council on Aging, and that is at noon. I don't have the end time to that one. Usually they run from like noon to 2 or noon to 3 at the senior center. And then we are having a flu clinic on October 26th from 12 to 4 at the library in conjunction with, every year we have a retiree health fair, but anybody can come to it. I just haven't made a flyer yet, and that'll go up on the library. CVS is doing that clinic, and we're trying to work with a couple of other vendors to do another COVID clinic at the library because we had a pretty good turnout last year when we held it at the library. Let's see, that's all we have on the books for clinics so far, but hopefully we'll have a couple more to be able to put up. As for COVID test kits, we're running low, and through the state contracts to purchase them, we have not yet been able to find a vendor that will sell us an amount that we can afford. They're selling about 244 pallets of 244 boxes, which they're about $1,000 a box now. I can't.
You can order them for free from the government as of yesterday.
Yes. I was gonna say.
I was gonna say the same.
At least. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is put those links up on the town website and on Facebook so that people know to go to it, because unless they release some for the municipalities to purchase, I don't know if we'll be able to be buying any more of them. Which is unfortunate because I feel like access to the test kits makes people take the tests.
I would not be surprised if there is something that changes very soon based off the numbers that I'm seeing of positivity of COVID.
Yeah, we brought it up at our last local Office of Regional Public Health meeting, and they seem to be kind of quiet about the matter, but it felt like the direction is that we would like to be able to either purchase them for a better price or free. And if either would be fine, but we can't afford that many on that, and no one will sell us enough that we could afford. I think I got almost a laugh in an email from somebody when I said I'd like to buy maybe 10 boxes. When we in the height of was it in 2021 when we put in an order, they sent us 42 boxes, the state, for free. And that basically filled up an entire wall. So just to say 244, I wouldn't even know where we would put that if we could afford that.
You'd never use them.
Exactly. And we tried to look and see whether or not a couple towns could go, but even at that, that's still, 3 towns, we still couldn't split up a pallet of test kits. But I'm going to keep looking and keep seeing if there's any companies or vendors maybe outside of the contract that the state has, so that we can purchase. So I'll keep everybody posted. But in the meantime, we have a little bit left at the health department if people need it. It's first come, first serve. Let's see. And September is public health is public health emergency preparedness month. And with that, we will be having a basic life-saving skills event this Saturday from 8 till about 12:30 at the senior center. We will be covering sort of background of the Medical Reserve Corps and the CERT team. We'll be covering until You're the Help Until Help Arrives, which I think is an amazing class for people who have never had to call 911 before or don't remember calling 911. I think that it is a very underrated training. But on top of that, we're also going to be doing Stop the Bleed and hands-only CPR. It will be an entire day of life-saving basics. And that'll be the first of the trainings that we'll be doing with the RISE Award through the National Association for County and Health Officials to support the MRCs in their training. The next one will probably be like a longer first aid course, and then we want to move into some psychological first aid, maybe some Narcan, and some other trainings. So if you are interested, and obviously this is not medical level, this is layperson level training, but anybody interested can either call the health department and I will sign them up, or you can go look on our Facebook page and there's a little link, and our website page. I'm really excited for it. And it's open to anybody. They don't have to be a resident. They don't have to be interested in the MRC CERT team. If they are, it's fantastic. And we would prefer anyone over the age of 18 because of liability issues. So, and that's what I have for other business. Any questions?
Anything else anyone wants to discuss? Tammy, sorry to cut you off.
I'd say it's been a very busy summer. We will be very happy when Alex Ron Karate is back from leave. I believe that's next week. So we're like, we're all excited. I'm laughing at the amount of inspections that have come in just this like one last week. So like just trying to do this stuff and organize the meetings, organize that, and then the inspections come in. We've been very busy, and I know there was a couple issues over the last week with some missed streets with the trash, but I think it just was it was sort of a fluke. So hopefully we'll get everyone back on track. Anything else you've been seeing, Renee? I can't.
Not really. I was just gonna say the trash thing, but other than that, yeah, everything. And Tammy's been handling it like a trooper, like as far as like running the entire health department by herself. Like really, yeah, yeah.
It's been you and me.
And just a reminder, if folks' trash isn't picked up, should they call the health department?
Yeah, they can contact the health department. My direct extension is 1106. And then what I'll do is I'll reach out to Casella directly and let them know that like, hey, this is a misstop.
Perfect. Thank you. Better to call the health department than to just like post on social media that your trash didn't get picked up.
Yeah. And what I appreciate people sending us messages through Facebook, it doesn't get checked with regularity. So if you post there in the morning and it doesn't get seen to the afternoon, there's no way that I can get to the Casella team on time to be able to pick it up for that day. So
yep. And I know that with the heat, they had some days where they were moving early with the where they bring the trash, right? It wasn't Casella, it was where they have to bring the trash closing. But hopefully that season is past us now.
It's fall. It's
Yeah.
pumpkin season. Yeah, with that, in mind, it's fall, it's flu vaccine season, it's COVID season. The new monovalent is out. I encourage everybody, even if you don't do it at a health department clinic, they are available now, I believe, in just about every pharmacy that does COVID vaccines.
And the RSV vaccine is out for elderly and those who are pregnant.
I was going to ask if you had any update, because I know they had said it was just about, and that's fantastic.
Yeah. So I have a couple of my patients who got it who are elderly and they did fine. And obviously this is the season where it's going to come, that we're not fall, but beginning of early winter. So RSV is obviously, we're trying to not have a triple event like we had last year with RSV, flu, and COVID. So if everyone could try to help protect us, and if you're sick, wear a mask. They work. Imagine that.
And stay home.
Yes.
And if you ever have questions on isolation or quarantine, whatnot, always call us. Not much has changed over the last year and a half, but we're always willing to help people figure out when they should not go to work, come to work, when to wear a mask, when not to wear a mask. We are glad to help out.
All right. Anything else? It's a lot going on. I know you'll be glad to have Alex back.
It would be wonderful to be not only at full staff, but have even the nurse hired. That would be fantastic. Mm-hmm. And they give this information during our meetings too.
All right, ladies. Last thing on our agenda is to pick another meeting date.
Do we need to do anything follow up sooner for the tobacco violation, or is that done?
I think it's done. If you want to meet so that I can just keep everybody updated on the status of any of our open complaints or fines.
Yeah, I know we had pushed this one off a little bit because that violation came in and we needed time to do this. So we are in last week of September right now, which we'd be looking at probably late October.
Sorry, I'm getting 8,000 dings. Like the 24th-ish?
Can we stay away from that week? My mom's having surgery.
Yeah.
And I have to be around maybe the week before, or I know the week after is going into November.
I could do the 16th week,
I am out the nights of the 17th, 18th, and 19th. I am at a conference.
Well, then why don't we go into November?
There we go. As long as it's not Halloween night.
No, we'll stay away. Well, no, obviously not going to do that 31st, but maybe the 2nd, that Thursday.
I have to.
Katie, what's your schedule?
I have to coach soccer.
Ooh.
I have become the soccer coach.
Are they done by then, or are they still going?
Usually soccer's done by the end of October.
No, the last game is the playoffs are November 4th, I think. But
would the 7th election day be okay?
I could do the 1st, November 1st.
Okay. Wednesday? Yeah, I would stay away from election day.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think people are going out to the polls. I would stay away from anything like that kind of stuff, but
yeah, I could do November 1st.
Mm-hmm. That works for me.
I can do that too.
Okay, let's do 6 o'clock then.
Okay. Yep.
Does that work for everyone else?
Yeah. Tammy, work for you?
I think it'll be okay. I won't be able to prepare anything that day because I will be at the event. But I think if I did it the day before.
Are you sure?
We're having the National Mass Care full scale exercise at the Mass Mutual Center.
Then why don't we do a different day?
Yeah, why put you under that pressure?
Yeah.
And have to squeeze it with Halloween the day before and all that. You don't want to. Maybe go into the following week.
November 8th.
So we'd have to do, we wouldn't want to do the 7th. So the 6th, or the 8th, or the 9th.
My husband might be having surgery that week. Can we have
Busy
a date
time
to be determined, maybe, and we start looking at our oh gosh.
I mean, there's nothing pressing. I think that some of the things
for a week.
You know, if we went to the 14th or something, we could earmark that date, just so that we have it.
What date? Oh no, I fly back from DC and land at 4:50 on the 14th.
Oh,
15th, 16th?
We don't want to do that to you.
I could do the 15th. November 15th.
What day is that? A Wednesday?
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
Okay. What about you, Christine?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
So Tammy, do you have any events that day?
No, let's just call that our Board of Health meeting.
Okay.
And Tammy, as always, if something comes up, right, and there are situations in which we would have to pull together, right? If there was a need, we have to pull together within a time, we will make it work.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That is the nature of what we do in public health. If all this preparedness month stuff is for these things, emergencies, right?
Right.
Okay, so we'll keep that date. That is the 15th of November. If anything happens or arises before then, I'll let everybody know. And I will also make sure I get everybody that letter out to them once I drop it.
All right.
Thank
you.
All right.
All right. Before we leave, we need to have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I motion to adjourn.
Oh, okay. Rebecca made the motion to adjourn. I'll second. Christine Johnston, aye. Dr. Katie Jobbins?
Aye.
Rebecca Torsha?
Aye.
All right, ladies. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.